In 1973, I was in a hospital for hysterectomy, and I hemorrhaged and experienced my death. It was during that time that I experienced the other side. Some people call it heaven, and I refer to it as heaven because it was so heavenly and beautiful. I had to enter the hospital the day before the surgery. And so after Joe left and they start doing all the pre-op things to you, getting ready for the morning surgery, I was very frightened. I'd never been in a hospital for surgery ever in my life. During the surgery, I hemorrhaged, and they were able to repair that. Afterwards, I was fine and was placed in a regular room after recovery. During the evening, I hemorrhaged again, but it was at a time when the nurses were not in the room. It was during that 4 hours that I died. I knew that I didn't have any blood in me somehow, and I was very frightened. I looked at the clock. It was almost 9:30, and then I felt my body just closing in, and then there was this strange sensation in my chest. Well, I didn't know what it was, but I felt this strangeness in my chest, and then all of a sudden there was a pop, and I was out. It was almost as though some gigantic magnet was over my body and just pulled me out. And I rose up to the ceiling. Then I flipped around to look back down, and I could see this body laying there. And at first I didn't know that the body was mine. And I came down close to take a look. And I thought, oh my God, I'm dead. I thought of my husband, I thought of my children, and I wanted to go home and see them. And as I thought the thought of that, I looked around to try to find an exit. I saw the window and I thought, okay, I'll go there. So I went through the window, traveled home, went right on in the house, and there was my husband sitting in a chair, his feet propped up, reading the newspaper, and my kids were running up and down the stairs, tossing pillows and playing around. And I looked at the clock and it was 9:45. I thought I had made him promise that he'd put the kids to bed, and he didn't do it. It was amazing. As soon as a person comes out of their body, there's not one moment of lost consciousness. You can hear people talk. You can even feel what they're thinking. I remember when I was in the garden going to this beautiful, beautiful pond. And the water was just like a mirror. It was glass. It looked like glass, but there was like little lights that shimmered above it. And it wasn't just light reflecting off of the water. It was the water reflecting life. I caught my reflection, which startled me. I remember thinking that if everyone could get a glimpse of the beauty of their own spirit, what a wonderful world this would be. It's difficult to come back to this earth after having had that experience and then to live this mundane life. I went into depression. Over time I overcame that, and I thought, you know, this isn't doing me any good or anyone else any good. And I began to follow my heart. When you ask me, what's it like? I put myself back there so I can feel it again. And as soon as I feel it, it's an emotional thing. I mean, I immediately feel the tremendous love and the beauty of it.